What up? Winbush here, and today I'm excited to show you guys how we can take multiple objects inside of Unreal Engine 5 and change all the materials at once, even if you have thousands of that same exact object. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So to get into a tutorial, I have Unreal Engine 5.01 open right now. As you can see, I have a basic scene set up here. It's just a bunch of colored pencils, and I selected this scene because I figured it would be the easiest way to show you guys how to do this. And so if I come over here, maybe let's select one of these pencils, in which I have this one selected. It's called Winbush pencil, and I only have two different type of instances here. So actually, let me come down to my content browser. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. So if I come down to geometry, you can see we only have two type of geometries. The one is called pencil red, and the other one is called Winbush pencil. Now, the reason I did this is so I can show you how we can select different groups, because the way that we're going to select it, that all the pencils inside of this scene that is pencil Winbush, we'll be able to select only those ones and then change all the materials on there. And then same thing for the other instance. And so if I open up Cinema 4D, just to give an example how I built out this scene. And this tip is going to be really useful for the Cinema 4D to Unreal Engine users, because we all use the cloner object and we're often bringing that into Unreal Engine. And I know a big hiccup in the past, people were saying like it brings over an instance for every single geometry in there, and they don't want to hand select every single geometry just to change out the material. And so this tip is going to be very helpful for you. But as you can see, I have my cloner right here. I have several pencils, and these ones are all the same geometry. And then this one, Winbush pencil, is its own geometry in itself. So if I come back over to Unreal Engine, and hopefully this makes sense, you can see that I just have the two geometries right here. So let's say I want to change out the color of this one. This is Winbush pencil. So all I have to do is select it in the viewport, select Winbush pencil over here in my outliner. And down here in my details panel, you can see that we have the instance of it selected. But if we want to be able to select all of them that say Winbush pencil in the scene, we're going to have to click on this one right here. This is static mesh component. So I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm going to actually hold down shift and hit E. And now you can see it selected a bunch of pencils, and those are the ones that are Winbush pencil. So this is actually going to be easier to see once I swap out the material. And so if I come over here to my details panel, you can see that I have my material instance for the wood, which would be the top part right here. And then I have this one is called gray, because I want to make it a gray color. But when I was inside of Cinema 4D, I just made a generic white material so I could change it over in Unreal Engine. But let me come over to my Megascans folder, because I did download some materials here. And so I don't actually have a gray one in here. So I'm just going to select this, drag it over, make a copy of it, double click on it. And let's say I want to make it like a grayish material somewhere around here. Let me bring this down like so. So there we go. Now we have a gray material. I'm going to exit this out, and I'm just going to select this and drag it right here where it says gray. Now you can see all those selected pencils got the material change, and I'll do the same thing for the wood. I'm going to select the wood, change it out like so, and there we go. So that one was easy, right? But let's say for the other pencils that is using only the one geometry, that we want to select those ones and change out all the different color instances in those as well. And so in order to do that, let me select one of these in the scene. And right here, you can see that it has pencil. And I'm going to select this one right here where it says static mesh component. So you hold down shift and hit E on my keyboard, and that's going to select all those different geometries in there. And if I go back down here into my content browser, just so you guys can see again, the geometry, it's all going to be coming from this geometry right here. Now, the cool thing about this is if I come over here to my details panel and where it says element 1, if I select this where it said display 5 different elements, you can see that it brought each material instance over from Cinema 4D into Unreal Engine. So it's going to be as easy as just selecting it inside my content browser and dragging it over here to wherever I wanted to change the color. So if I come back over here to Megascans, come down here to where I have my different colors right here. So let's say I want to select this one, change out the purple like so. So now you can see all the color pencils with purple got changed there. And same thing, if I come back over here, select this down again. Let's say I want to change out the yellow. So I'm going to select this, change out the yellow. And now you can see all the yellow changed as well. And if I scroll all the way back up here to the top, like all of them have this wood material. So it's going to be able to change all the wood materials at once as well. So if I come down here, select this, drag it over, and now you can see all the wood material changed as well. hopefully this helped you guys out and will get you kick-started on your way to changing out auto materials inside of Unreal Engine. I want to give a big shout out to the guys over at Unreal Bucket. They're the ones that actually showed me this tip. So I'll leave a link down below if you want to check out what they have, their Unreal Engine plugin integration, and I'll also be covering this on my channel as well. So look for that video coming soon. So hopefully this tip helped you guys out. Like I said, especially for Cinema 4D users, we often get hung up when we're bringing over cloner objects over to Unreal Engine. And I know a lot of people were actually just taking like each object and changing out the materials, which if you have thousands of objects in there, that could be a very tedious task. So hopefully this right here helped you out. And if it did, make sure you leave me a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you soon. Take care. What up, Winbush here.